your first Fujifilm lens for street photography. What lens to choose as your first lens for street photography? There are so many advices out there. Choose the 50, choose the 28, choose the 24, choose the 35, choose the 90. Let's find out what is the first lens to go and why. Let's talk about this now. Hi there and welcome to my channel, Tudor Matescu here. In this video, I want to address with you for my 7 years plus experience in street photography when I decided to take street photography serious. What is my go-to lens that I recommend for a beginner? And it's not what you think, it's not the nifty 50. So if you are in content like this, please subscribe now to my channel and let's get to the subject. So you have many prime lenses that you could want to buy to start street photography. The first problem when you want to start street photography is that you don't have any education, visual education regarding what is street photography, what is fine art street photography, what is candid street photography, and different styles in street photography. And anyway, you'll ask for a general advice. And the general advice is made from 2 lenses. Some will say to you, get the 35mm lens, Fujifilm X100V, in this Fujifilm terms, the 20mm f2, or get the 50, the 35mm f2 lens from Fujifilm, or the 35mm f1.4. And the advices aren't wrong. But in my findings, as a user that started with a 35mm lens, moved to a 40, moved to a 50, because if you don't have the nifty 50, you'll not shoot like Bresson. And it's true, but Bresson-like photography, it's not an easy task today, because it really depends on activities. Henri Cartier-Bresson said very clear when he went to Russia, take me where you have activities. So to make good pictures with the 50mm field of view, is not like you will roam the streets and you'll find activities. On the streets, people are just walking. Analyze, how I've said, the Henri Cartier-Bresson photography, analyze Vivian Maier photography, and all kinds of photographers. So to really know to choose a lens, you must find first a style that you'll click with it. But also, yes, this takes time. My advice is that, yes, the general advice to get a 35mm lens, the 20mm f2 on Fujifilm, it's a good advice. But there is another better lens. Why? Because the 35mm f2, the 40mm field of view, the 27mm f2.8 lens from Fujifilm are boring fields. You really need to find a good subject, you really need to find a good scene, or you really need to be very good at composition. Also, this is true with the 50. So this is why I'm saying you really must have a lot of experience and of photography education and information to know to use the other focal lenses. So I will give you here a cheat code, a cheat lens. And why I'm saying this lens, it's cheating, because it's a special lens, it's a wider lens than the 35mm equivalent field of view, than the 20mm f2. This lens, it is 18mm f2 lens. And why you will cheat with this lens? Because this lens will help you make lots of street photography styles, will help you pass anxiety, and will help you get dynamic when you don't know to obtain dynamic. So this is a great lens for a beginner to start. If you will understand some basic concepts that I will address here, and if you will apply them in your photography, you'll say, wow, I'm good, I know to make photography. So this lens, it's helping you cheat. And it's easier to be used than a 24mm equivalent lens, in Fujifilm terms, the 16mm f2.8 or f1.4. So 18mm f2. You could use this lens for portraits. First of all, the portraits will be powerful because you have a wide angle lens, and this wide angle lens will give you some dynamic and some distortion in your photography. To not have a very ugly distortion in your photography for portraiture photography, you must compose with the subject in the center of the frame. It's easier. Very easy for a beginner to compose with the subject in the center of the frame. Use the tilt screen, compose with the subject in the center of the frame. Set your X-T5, X-T50 in 4:5 format and you'll shoot like Vivian Maier with the tilt screen from a down angle. Boom, boom. Fill the frame and you already are at another level. Because filling the frame will bring you the proximity effect, and because the person will be closer to a lens, you'll have there some plus element compared to a 50mm lens. The next point is that you'll be more invisible, how I've showed in my other videos, with a wider lens. The people will look at you at 2 to 3 meters depending on the scene and on the streets, but it will be easier with this lens to get close. Also, this lens is great for public events where there are lots of people in the place. So with a 50mm lens, when it's a crowded space, very tough to do photography, very tough to do compositions or to get portraits and so on. So this lens, it will be very usable in crowded spaces, at public events, at concerts, and so on and so on. The next reason, let's say you want to do landscape photography. The 18mm f2, great choice, great choice. With the 26mm f2, with the 27mm f2.8, with the 35mm f1.4, you will get boring landscape pictures. For a landscape picture, you really would want to use a wide lens and a tele-lens and a wider lens, but this is another discussion. But this lens will be great for landscape photography. Also, this lens will be great for architectural photography, for travel photography, and so on and so on and so on. So many styles. The next reason why would you want to use this lens in street photography is that this lens will help you make abstract photography. So with a wide lens, if you'll sync the frame well, it is easier to make abstract street photography or fine art street photography because you have a stronger diagonal. The compression of this lens, the way that this lens is rendering, it's bringing dynamic to your picture. The boring fields of view, the 35, the 40 and the 50 will not help you do this, will help you do other stuff, of course. I'm not disregarding the other focal lenses. I'm just recommending a focal lens and a lens for a beginner. So this will help you make fine art street photography. And the next reason why would you want to get this lens is that you could pair it with a longer lens like the 60mm f2.4, another great street photography lens. And you have just one camera with two lenses that will help you get all the images that you could want in street photography, in travel photography, in portraiture photography. And I've made a video just about that kit. Please check it at the end of this video. The next reason why would you want to get this lens for street photography, it's the image quality. The image quality for street photography, it is very good image quality. Great black and white rendering, great colored rendering. And pair this lens with a mist filter 1/8 K&F concept mist filter, you'll get amazing images. So amazing image quality if you know to use this lens and for what this lens is. The next reason for street photography, it's pairing great with a flash. Get the Godox Lux Junior flash that it's optimized for the 28mm field of view. With this combo, you can do amazing street photography like Bruce Gilden if you want to do this kind of photography. So easy peasy package on you, compact, light, portable, great image quality. And my last reason is that this lens is pairing great with any Fujifilm camera that you may have. So this lens is working great with X-T5, even if it's not resolving the 40 megapixel sensor at f5.6, I get very good images. It's pairing amazing fine with X Pro 3, great combo. Add X Pro 3 with this flash, with this lens, boom, amazing combo. X-T30, X-T4, and so on and so on and so on. So I could go on and on and on. Why would you want this lens? But the main reason why would you want this lens is that if you are just beginning street photography and you are new to this game, this lens will really help you be at another level fast because of the properties of this lens. Also, by the way, a bonus tip, this lens will help you make layered street photography. So a very, very usable, more usable lens than the other lenses. Of course, again, I'm not disregarding the other lenses. But if you are just starting out, I feel that you'll make lots of progress if you'll start with this lens. Even if at start it may seem to you that it's hard to get close with a wide lens. But it's not like this. And for understanding this, please check my next videos about street photography and about Fujifilm cameras that are appearing right now on the screen. Subscribe to my newsletter for more photography tips and tricks. Use my Amazon affiliate links if you want to buy something from the gear that I'm using. Recommend my YouTube video to others and leave me your comments. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.